Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 24th. It's a little bit before 9 o'clock, so I'm on here a little early. So when you hop on, if you will let me know that you are watching live, and if you can give me a thumbs up or just comment below if my sound is okay. So we still have about 6 minutes before we'll begin, but I just wanted to hop on here first and figured I would have a little bit of time to chat with anybody that hops on a bit early. I see I've got one person on, so if you can just say hello, that would be wonderful, and just let me know if you're hearing everything okay. I'm super excited for the projects that I'm sharing with you today, and I hope that you enjoy them. Hello, Mamacita. Thank you. I'm glad that you're on. And is my sound okay? You can just let me know. Give me a heart if so. Or actually, I can't see the hearts. Good morning, Deb. Aw. So, Deb, where are you joining us from this morning? Hello, Allie. Allie, I hope that you will get back in touch with me, and I hope Stampin' Up! Can figure out what happened with your order and, yeah, if it perhaps got placed under somebody else, another demonstrator. So, yeah, let's go ahead and touch bases after my live. All right. Thank you, Deb, for letting me know that the sound is good. So, Deb, where are you joining from today? I am super excited. I had planned to go one way with what I was sharing, and then I was creating the last card because I wanted to try to share 3 projects with you. And then, of course, I created a project which sent me on another squirrel path. So I changed it all up. So joining from Northern Ontario, Canada. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Aw. Oh, thank you, Mama. My hair is getting long. Yes. Aw. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but I am super excited. And for those of you that know or don't know, today is the free shipping day for all orders over $75 US. For Canada, I believe it's 100. So, yeah, great deal. They did it last year on this same day. I was going through my little Facebook feeds and I saw that we had done it last year as well. So, and what's wonderful is right now you can combine it with our designer series papers sale that we're having, and most of them are on sale. There's a few like the in color families and the yeah, the core colors and in color are not on special, but there's a lot of other great ones that are on special. So the one that I'm going to be working with today is called Delightfully Eclectic. And I absolutely love this stamp set. It's got some fun and funky patterns, but it also they're just wonderful. I mean, they're great for any type of card. It has stripes and flowers and pretzels and strawberries and trying to think lemons and daisies. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of fun things to work with. So do any of you guys already have that paper, Delightfully Eclectic? Let me grab my catalog here. It is on page, um, let's see here. It is on page 129 of the catalog. So it's, 48 sheets, and you get 4 each of 12 double-sided papers. And the colors are Basic Black, Bubble Bath, Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Pretty Peacock. So there's some fun colors to work with there. So I am excited to order another one of those. I've got to place my order today. I have a few different things that I need to order, being that it's free shipping, and being a demonstrator, it's even better because we get our discount on top of the free shipping and then on top of the DSP sale, which is wonderful. So pretty nice. And then don't forget too, if you are not currently a demonstrator, you can sign up to join my team if you live within the United States. For $99 plus tax, you get to choose $155 worth of product, and it ships for free, which is wonderful. So if you have any questions, reach out and let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Good morning, Miss Lorraine. How are you? Oh, good morning, Nancy. Happy summer to you as well. Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel like summer here. We've had a couple cold days here. Yesterday we had rain, and it was cold. I was out here working in the morning for quite a few hours and I was freezing. I think it had gotten to like 39 degrees, but the barn was a little bit warmer, but it's definitely not feeling like summer. I'm not going to complain though, because I hate the heat. So yeah, I would like it to just be a little bit warmer so I don't have to be so bundled up here. And then of course I got in here a little bit early today because I've had some pesky mosquitoes that have been trying to eat me alive here. So it's been a lot of fun working out here. It's like Greg had opened the barn doors the other day to take some wood out and they all just found their way in here. Luckily, I think I have killed them all. So, all righty. Well, we're going to wait just another second and then we are going to get started. So if you saw the post, you saw that we are going to be creating with the Sentimental Park bundle and let's see, the Park Punch bundle and yeah, Sentimental Park DSP's stamp set, Stylish Shapes, which is my go-to. I love this one. And I also love, gosh, the Nested Essentials. Those are my two favorite ones that I'm working with as far as the shapes. And then of course, you guys know I did a little this or that the other day. Painted texture is still my favorite. So, all right, so that's what we're going to do. All righty, so let's move all these things aside for just a second. I'm going to tip them back over here. All righty. And then when you hop on, if you want to let me know where you are watching from, that would be wonderful. And it's just fun for everybody too to see where everyone is from. All right, so first I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick little look here at these designer series papers. So like I said, this is the Delightfully Eclectic, which is on special right now for 15% off. And it is fun and funky. So, okay, so this is one of the Misty Moonlight backgrounds. This is the back side. Little, I think that's going to be fun. I'm actually going to try to pair this one with, oh goodness, the one that has the little pencil. I think that's going to make a really cute card with that one. And then this cool crushed curry polka dot. I love the little dainty flowers in this one. I was kind of mixed with when I was creating last night. I love this little strawberry print. And then we have this cute little bubble bath geometric. And this one here is a fun one too with the black, basic black. And then the fresh freesia flowers, which I did make a quick card last night with that. And then this one here, we have a punch in the stamp set that coordinates. I have not purchased that yet. Oops. And then on the back side, we have swans. Another fun print of crushed curry background. And then this is another fun floral print, which those of you that know me, you know I love my florals. This is the one that we are going to be creating with today. And I only have this little piece left for the now. I have to order more today. And on the back is this really pretty bubble bath stripe. And then another one of the little ruled papers. And then we have some lemons. And whoops, on the back side we have daisies. I don't know if I showed that. Some cool alphabet print. Oh, there's our daisies I was speaking about. This little paper here. I love the little hearts, and then it has little accents. It's really hard to tell, but it has little bubble bath accents mixed in. And then a fun stripe pattern. And then this one here, I just have a smidge left to show you because I have a fun fold card, which I think I'm going to put as part of my purchase. If you purchase an order or place an order today of $75 or more to get free shipping, this will be one of the cards that you'll get. And I'll show you in a little bit. I was debating whether or not I was going to share you because I was going to share it with the class, but I have it prepped and ready to go. So I think it'll save me some work and it's pretty stinking cute. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? How is the weather down in San Diego? Hopefully you're having warm and wonderful. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this and I'm just going to tuck this aside for just a moment. All right, and then let's bring in the first part of our card. So with this one, again, I said I was using that little dainty floral and stripe. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our card base here, which measures, oh goodness, let me go over the measurements and scoring with you. I'm off to a great start. So it is going to be 8.5 by 5.5. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score it at the 1 inch mark, and then you're going to move it down to 5 1/4. So simple score lines. So we have that. And then we are going to take a piece of our designer series paper, which measures 3 by 5 1/4. And then for the inside of our card, because you know you have to finish the inside, it measures 4 by 5 1/4, which is usually the standard of which I use. Sometimes I like to go a little bit smaller because you can get more per sheet, but sometimes I like it to, yeah, fit perfect on the outside. Okay, then we need a coordinating piece, which is 3/4 inches by 5 1/4. And then we're going to use this is the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, which I've punched in vellum. And then I've used the circle from our, oh my goodness, our shapes. I can't think of the name. If you can pop it on there. Good morning, Miss Barb. Oh my goodness, my friend, I miss you. So this has just a little stitching to it, which adds a lot. And then we're going to use a piece of cardstock that is 1 inch by 11 inches. All right, so let's go ahead and get started then. And actually, I'll show you my inspiration. So I was kind of going through a few of my cards yesterday, figuring out what exactly I wanted to do. So this is one here that I had created a couple years ago on one of my lives. And I love this stamp set. It was from Rhonda Wade's $1 Million Stamp Set, Let Your Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fear, which I love that. So, and this was just a simple fun fold. And then here's another one that I had created for a swap. I think it was one of the leader swaps. So another fun fold again. But I'm going to change it up just a little. So what I'm going to do is let's first start off by adding the inside to our card. So I'm going to take my Tombow glue and just attach this down real quickly. All right. So I am prepared for next week's live as well. I am excited to share with you guys again. I'm going to have my grandson here, so I was thinking, oh gosh, I better be prepared. So I know at one point he really wants to jump on and say hello to everybody, so I told him that he could do that. So if you hop on next Wednesday, you'll get to see my little Mr. Cutie Patootie. So he's going to be here joining us for 2 weeks, which I am so excited to get to have time with him. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just add this little bit of designer series paper to the 1 inch flap here. And then on the other side, we're going to add our sweet little floral print. This is just so dainty and adorable. And originally, when I was creating this card last night, I was working with the Little Dreamers bundle, which is what I will be focusing on next week. And you might be saying, I don't need to make any baby cards, but the fun folds that I'm doing are pretty cool, and some of the techniques that I'll be showing you are really cool. So I was super excited with it. It took me a while to figure out this one mechanism, but it's pretty stinking cute if I do say so myself. All right, so we have our basic fun fold card here. So then what we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of 1 by 11, and we are going to create a belly band. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it over, and I'm going to grab my bone folder here. Oh goodness, Miss Barb, we sure miss you. We miss living on the coast. However, we do love it here, and I hope that you will come visit us one day. I miss our Sunday afternoons of going to the beach and, oh my gosh, just having a wonderful time with you and Joni. The 4 of us had a blast. All right, so then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to trim it off just a smidge. So I'm going to bring in my snips here. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a haircut. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this down. So I'm going to put just a little bit right here on this edge. And I'm going to put a little bit on that edge. All right, I'm going to hold this in place for just a second. All righty. Okay, then let's go ahead and scoot it up into place. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to add some ribbon. And this ribbon here is one of my favorites. This one here, the sheer combo ribbon, and this ribbon combo duo are my go-tos. I just love, yeah, love, love, love them. So we're going to go ahead and use the bubble bath. We're going to just take this here and we're going to wrap it around our card. And pray that I'm not super fumble fingers this morning. My fingers are a little bit thawed out. So let's go ahead and just add our ribbon. Whoops, I'm going to try to not waste it because this is on my list as well to order more of this today. Okay, whoops, we are caught on the edge. All right, so let's go ahead and tie this up. Your favorites also, Mama? Yep, nope, they are definitely two fun ones. All right, so let's go ahead and just work with this bow for just a second to get it in place. Ooh, and I like that. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my ribbon scissors. Let's go ahead and just give that a little haircut. Okay, so we have that. So I'm going to go ahead and scooch this all the way to the side here. All right, so then we have that. So then let's go ahead and take our vellum circle, and I'm going to bring in some large dimensionals, or just our regular dimensionals. I'm just going to add a couple right here in the center. Peel off those little backings. Oops, gotta bring my garbage can over here. Make sure I'm not in your way there. Okay, so then let's go ahead and just attach this down. And then we're going to do some basic stamping. So I'm going to bring in the sentiments from, oh my goodness, where did I put it? From the Sentimental Park. So I love all of the sentiments. I love the font. It just screams just dainty, and I just love it. So we are going to use just a combination of those to start off with. So what I went ahead and did is I layered the just for you. So the 3 stamps all in one block. And we're going to take our Bubble Bath ink pad and ink this up. And I'm going to bring in my little foam mat. Being the photopolymer, you get a better image if you use this. And let's go ahead and just stamp that down. So then we have our, whoops, it's kind of hard to tell, huh? Just for you. Okay, so let's tuck this aside for a moment. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and just attach it here with dimensionals. And again, I'm just going to place them right over the ones that I've already added for my first layer. You guys know my motto. What's my motto? For those of you that have watched me about popping things up. When in doubt, pop it out. Okay, so we have that. And then what we're going to do is I've cut one of these itty bitty little flowers from the Sentimental Park's dies. And you can tell it has just a little bit, oh, there you go, a little bit of detail. So what we're going to do is we are going to add our rhinestone. And actually, let me grab them. I have them over here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab a rhinestone. What I like to do is I like to use my take your pick tool, pick one off, and then plop it right onto my flower. And then I like to use the back side of my tool here and kind of press down. And then it kind of just gives your flower a little bit of dimension. And then what we're going to do is we are going to use our glue dots and attach that down. So I'm just going to go ahead and press it right onto my glue dot here. And actually, I'm going to kind of wad it up just a little because my glue dot's a little large for this. Okay. Oh, but you know what? I forgot. I want to add one more bit of daintiness. Okay, so it's really pretty like that. However, I'm going to add just one more little bit to it. So I am going to take some baker's twine, and I'm going to just add a little bow to this because I think it just adds another, like I said, another little element of daintiness to it. All right, so let's trim that off. Get rid of that. Okay, so then let's add another glue dot. So we're going to just attach this down. Just going to kind of wrap the glue dot around it here. Okay, and then we're just going to stick it over the top of our bubble bath bow. So we have that. You can see it just, doesn't it make it look a little bit daintier? Yes, Mama, when in doubt, pop it out. All right, and then we're just adding just that little bit there of our little flower. So that's card number 1. Super simple, super sweet. Again, you can do this for, yeah, any, I mean, birthday. We've got some great balloons. I have other ideas that I want to do other samples with this, but this is just a fun and easy fold. So that's card number 1. What do you think about it? Do you like that one? Have you guys done that fold before? Aw, very pretty. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, Mama. All right, so let's go ahead and do a 10-second tidy here, and then let's get on to the next one. So for this next one, we are going to use the same products. and we are going to make a gift bag. And this gift bag is one that I actually had created a couple years ago. I had seen a video. It was Jackie. I'm not sure which Jackie. If it was Jackie Topa or somebody had created a bag. Anyhow, I wanted to see if I could do it with just one sheet of paper. So after trial and error of many, many times, I finally was able to create a larger bag with just one sheet of paper. So I'm going to share with you how to do that. So what we're going to do, let me bring in my measurements here. Actually, I can show you here if you want to get a screenshot of these on how to make it yourself. So the DSP is 6 by 12. Then you score it on the 6-inch side at 3/4 and 4.5. And then on the 12-inch side, you're going to score it at 3 1/4, 1.5 inches, 5 1/4, 6, 6 3/4, 10 1/2, and 11 1/4. So, alrighty. So let's go ahead and do our 6-inch side first. So again, we are going to do it at 3/4 of an inch. And let's pray I don't make any mistakes. Last night, my trial bag, let's just say it's got some Scotch tape attaching one little area. Okay, so we are going to do this at 3/4 of an inch, and then we're going to move it down to 4.5 inches. Okay, so 4.5. Okay, then let's move it to the 12-inch side, and again, we are going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. Oops. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch, and then we're going to move it down to 1.5 inches. Put it up where I can see it here, 1.5 inches. And then we have it at 5 1/4. And then we're going to move it to 6 inches. And this bag has some gussets in it. And then we're going to go to 6 3/4 inches. Yes. And then we're going to move it down to 10 1/2. Oops. Okay, 10 1/2, and then 11 1/4 inches. How many of you have a lot of DSPs? I know I have got oodles and gazoodles of it. So these are definitely a lot of fun to make for any occasion. Okay, so we're going to tuck that away, and then let's go ahead and bring in our bone folder. So, and those of you that watched it the last time I made it, I had used a floral pattern, and of course it had a cute little, I think, polka dot or stripe. However, I had done it upside down. So I was saying that we had like a little dried flower arrangement because everything was going upside down. It was not my day that day. That was, yeah. I just get rushing sometimes too quickly once I get on camera here, get a little nervous, and things happen, but that's okay. Still fun to design it. All right, so let's go ahead and fold on all these creases really nicely. Ooh, Lorraine, what's on your list? You said on your list also. Sorry, I didn't see it when it came up. All right, and we have 2 more score lines here, and then we'll do the top and bottom one. All righty. So I think we are good there. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to do just a smidge of cutting. So let's bring in our little paper snips, and we are going to, let's see, we're going to cut. So it's, like I said, it's going to be gusseted. So on this first flap here, you're going to cut on the second score line. Oops, and I need to get this crease going good first. One more here. All right, so let's cut up here to this second score line. Or on the second score line, we're going to cut up to our first score line. And then we are going to do the first score line. And then we're going to skip one and do the next one. And then we are going to then scoot on over to our next segment, and we are going to cut on the first score line. So it's really simple, not a whole lot of cutting. Okay, so then let's go ahead and take our adhesive. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my tear and tape. Hello, Miss Glinda, how are you? Aw. Thanks for joining me. And thanks for helping to get me all dialed in with my the StreamYard. So Glenda is part of my, I'm part of a Stampin' Up! Accountability group, and she is one of my Canadian friends, and we're actually going to be traveling. I'll get to see her and spend time with her in Vegas in August. So super excited. I get to, I'm going to be sharing a room with 2 of my Canadian buddies. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's go ahead and add 2 little bits of adhesive. So we're going to add it just right on the inside of that score line, and then just right on the edge of this piece here. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our take your pick tool and peel this up. Whoops, sometimes it needs a little bit more coaxing to come up. Oh, there we go. All righty. So then what we're going to do is let's go ahead and fold this over and line up this edge. Okay, and then again, we can kind of work our score lines a little bit better. Okay, so then what you're going to do, you can see your box is starting to come to life. So let's see, this is the going to be the back of our box. So I'm going to turn it so that my seam is facing that direction. I'm going to tuck in my tabs here, and so this is going to get attached down. But I'm also going to add just a smidge of adhesive to the side panels. So I just wanted to be mindful of where my back edge is. Okay, so let's add a little bit more of this tear and tape. Watch out, Las Vegas. Woohoo, baby. I cannot wait. I am excited to sit poolside and just relax. It's going to be wonderful. And there are, like, I want to say 712 of us going to Vegas. So it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a great time. Okay, so then we have the adhesives on our 3 sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just peel off our little backings here. Oops. Sometimes these guys can be a little buggered. Okay, so we're going to do our little, so end pieces. I'm going to tuck, or the sides, I'm going to tuck those down. I'm going to tuck this little flap down here. Make sure that we're kind of straight there. And then let's, oh sugar, I did it the wrong way. That's okay. I just have to make a mistake. I can't not make a mistake. All right, so we have the end pieces down, and then we're going to go ahead and tuck that down. And then guess what, guys? I did it the wrong way, so I get to add more adhesive. But guess what? The box is not going to fall apart. All right, let's add one more piece here. That was the wrong edge. All right, I should have added it to the underside, and I added it to the top side, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. That's all right. Okay, so then let's go ahead and make sure that it's square, which it is. So that's wonderful. So then what we'll do is we will, oh, sugar meisters, and I forgot to bend this edge down. Guys, I am all over the place. Okay, you know what? We're gonna kind of makeshift this. Gosh, you're gonna watch me do it in crazy mode. So I actually forgot to trim down my sweet little edge here. The whole point of using this cute paper was that it coordinated. So let's see here. We are going to ever so gently bend that edge over, and it works. All right, we're going to do it to the other side. So that's okay. So we have our dainty little box, and then I'm going to go ahead and just pinch the edges together. So that's what you have. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add a little bit of ribbon to it. So let's go ahead and grab our same sheer ribbon, and I'm going to grab my crocodile. I know we don't sell this any longer. However, this is a necessity for all of my 3D projects that I love to make. Okay, and then I'm going to use this little side here, and I'm just going to punch it down just a smidge. And you can see from where I had to make that little cut, I'm going to have to do a little bit of surgery on my project. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some glue dots, and good thing I got lots of these. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to lift this up, and I'm just going to place it under the edge. So no biggie. I'm going to do that to all of the corners. Okay, so let's do these other two here. Do you guys have anything fun planned for today? You know, when I'm done here, we're having a baby shower for my daughter on Saturday. So as you know, we have grandbaby number 2 coming shortly. And so we're doing a shower for her. And so I've got to help figure out the grocery list and all that fun stuff. So, and I can't wait to share with you. My mom and I had made some favors for all of the ladies attending. So it was really, really cute. 2 classes today. Excited to stamp in person again. Oh, I hear ya. Yeah. Oh, Debbie, I love it. No mistakes in crafting, just embellishment opportunities. Amen to that. All right. So then let's go ahead and take our ribbon. And what we're going to do is we're just going to feed it into the hole here. And then I am going to take a glue dot. And my take your pick tool again. Oops, sorry guys. Oh, and my scissors are in front of. Okay. And we're going to just pull up a glue dot. And then I'm going to just place it right below the hole here. And I'm going to attach my ribbon to that. Sometimes you can just tie it in a knot. However, I just like doing this. I think it keeps it secured pretty good. And it's not going to take anything too big in this box. I think it measures like 3 1/4 inches wide. So, I mean, it is a decent size. Okay, so then let's go ahead and figure out how tall we want our handle. I'm going to do it about like so. So then let's go ahead and trim this off so we can feed the other edge through. All right, sheer ribbon combo. Oh yes, nope, that is definitely a great one to have. And like I said, I am ordering more of those today because I am going through that like crazy. All right, this bubble bath seems to be my favorite. All righty. Yeah, so it's a good day to stock up on cardstocks, ribbons, and especially DSPs because they're already on sale. Okay, so then we have our just precious little gift bag. And then what we're going to do is we are going to just do a little bit of, actually, I already did it for you. I'm going to cheat on this. I went ahead and cut out the label, which says, Happy Birthday. Again, this is from these Stylish Shapes. So it has 2 of these beautiful banners here. So it has a smaller banner, and then it has the larger banner. And I just used the smaller banner. This is how I store my dies too. So I keep them in the little plastic sleeves that Stampin' Up! Sends them in. And then I end up transferring them over to a magnetic sheet. And then I just have a little Velcro fastener. And what's wonderful is when I'm designing things, as long as it's, you know, an open die, I just attach them so I know what I'm working with. So, all right. So then let's go ahead and we're going to embellish it as well with our little dainty flowers. So we're going to bring in our ribbon and let's make a little bow here real quick. Oops, and of course I'm going to have fumble fingers on camera. All righty. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Glenda. It's a cute box. I had fun designing it. Like I said, it was, yeah, my trial and error, but made that one a few years ago for my live. Okay, then let's trim our edges on that. And then we're going to do the same thing. We are going to bring in our baker's twine. And we're going to make a bow because, again, I just think, don't you guys think it adds just the perfect little touch of daintiness? Aw, thanks, Debbie. Gosh, it's so nice to be back on here stamping with you guys. All right. So then let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Then we're going to bring in our glue dot. And let's attach these 2 ribbons together. Again, I'm just going to kind of, oops, where did my bow go? Okay, let's make sure, do a little check, like how it is. So I'm going to go ahead and place my dot on top of it. And again, I'm going to add my baker's twine bow. And then again, we're going to bring in our sweet little flowers because it just adds so much to it. So let me grab my foam pad, which is MIA. Oh my gosh, guys, and I'm really pretty organized. Oh, it's right where it should be. Hello. Geez Louigies. All right, so let's go ahead then and grab a rhinestone and embellish this little guy. And we're going to just take actually one of the smaller ones again. Crash, boom, bang. That was my little big shot area. Things are falling over. Okay, so we're going to add that. And again, we're going to take the back side of our Take Your Pick tool, give it a good smush. All right, and let's go ahead and take our Happy Birthday sentiment and let's attach that down with some dimensionals. So I'm going to take a couple, actually I'm going to take 3 of the large dimensionals. Oops, and that one's a little too close to the edge there. That's all right. All right, so let's just place 3 of those on here. Thanks, Jackie. I'm glad you like it. All right, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to line up the center of the banner the best that I can with the bottom edge of our striped DSP. Okay, so we have, gosh, there we go. Okay, and then let's go ahead and attach our ribbon, or our ribbons. Oops. But you know what, actually, before we do that, I think I'm going to add my flower first, because then I don't have to smash it onto the backs. I like my terminology. All right, so then let's grab another glue dot. And then we're going to go ahead and just tuck it like so. All righty. So then, goodness gracious, this lighting is horrible. So then that's our finished product. So I hope you like that. And if you have any questions or if you need a screenshot again of, I'll go ahead and just put this in here. So if you wanted to see, oh my goodness, this lighting is horrible. Okay, just reach out to me if you wanted to have the directions for that. All right, so we have that. So then let's go on to my last, but my absolute favorite project. It is so stinking cute, as I like to say. So again, let me do a 10-second tidy so that I can find everything. Okay, and this one's going to take me a little bit longer because I didn't do a lot of the prep work. Last night, like I said, I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I decided enough was enough and went inside the house and figured I'd come back out and just do it live with you. Okay, put this away. All right, so this next one here is a fun card. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you first. I just love it. Doesn't it just scream? I mean, this would be a great bridal shower card, just dear friend card. So what you do is you take off the belly band and then you open this one up and it's just like an accordion fold. So let me share with you how to do that. Oh, so glad that you guys like the projects, Debbie and Nancy. Thank you. Thanks, Mama. All righty. So, Mama, these are all new to you because you had walked out to the barn last night and I was demonstrating something else and decided to, like I said, change it all up today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this then. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of, whoops, actually all kinds of pieces. This is all kinds of bits. Thanks, Jackie. And actually, for those of you that place an order in my online store today of $75 or more, this will be one of the projects that will be in your kit. So I will be prepping for days, but you know what? It's well worth it, and you will love it. So, all righty. So what we're going to do first is we are going to, let me just give you a sneak peek if you just want to look at my chicken scratch. So this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of paper, and we're going to do a few different score lines. So I'm going to tuck that aside for just a minute. So let's bring in the main portion of our card and our paper trimmer. Okay, so what we're going to do first is on the 4 1/4, or I'm sorry, on the 11-inch side, we are going to score it first at 3 inches, 3 inches, 5.5 inches, 8 inches, and 9.5 inches. And this is one of my cards too that I'm revisiting. I had made these, gosh, I haven't been to a Stampin' Up! Event. It's been quite a few years, but I want to say it was one of my events, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I had made a really pretty version with this, again, using some delicate paper. I just love this fold. It's a little bit of work, but it is wonderful. Have you guys made this fold before? Okay, whoops, I was trying to score where it shouldn't be scored. Alrighty, so we have all of that. Then let me bring in my bone folder and just give it some nice edges so that it lays properly. Alrighty, so then let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we are going to use a bubble bath base. And so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you can see that I have textured it with the Painted Texture Designer Series, Painted Texture 3D Embossing Folder Designer Series paper. Hello, losing my mind. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of vellum and we're going to layer that down. But I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. I did pop up the vellum on the bottom layer. So let's go ahead and bring in some of our, so I'm going to figure out where I'm positioning them here. I'm going to just go ahead and place 5 of our dimensionals on the back side here and then attach that down. All right, let me stand up so I can make sure I get this positioned nicely. Oops. You guys, I've been using a lot of vellum too. That has just been one little accent piece that I've been using for many of my cards. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to attach this down to our card. And with that, I'm actually going to bring in tear and tape, because it's going to stay and it's going to dry quickly, or it doesn't need to dry. It's going to just stay in place. Last night I was shimmying all over the place, so we're just going to just attach it down and be done. And just pray we get perfect placement the first time. Alrighty. So those of you that are watching, I know we have a lot of you I know personally and are not beginner stampers. And do we have any beginner stampers on here? Or how long have you guys been stamping and using Stampin' Up! Product? I know I have been using Stampin' Up! Product, I want to say since 1993. I've been a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! For over 28 years. And it has just been wonderful. I love what I do and I hope it shows. I hope you guys enjoy the projects that I share. Okay, so then let's go ahead and attach it down over the top of our vellum. And then what we're going to do is we are going to start layering up our Designer Series papers. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let me just position them where I want them here. We're just going to alternate them like so. Okay, and then I do have a couple little pieces here, which let me tell you the measurements on these. So my 2 little pieces here, sugar, did I drop a piece on the ground? Whoops, 1, 2, and hold on guys, I get to go on an adventure. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Sorry, one moment. Oh my goodness gracious. Yesterday I was watching one of my teammates, Lynn. She had lost something and had to go down and find it. And I know all about that. At least I was able to find it today. All right, so let's go ahead and attach the 3 pieces of Designer Series paper. And this first one here measures 1 1/4 by 4. All right, so let's just do that in the first panel here. And then for the second panel, this one measures, I'm going to do just a piece of basic white that's 1 1/4 by 4. And then I'm going to take just a little piece of Designer Series paper, which measures, I think, 1/2 inch by 1 1/4. And I'm just going to, I think it just kind of just added a little bit of detail to it. And those are little panels if you wanted to just write something ever so little on there. Don't have much space, which is perfect. All right, then let's go ahead and just attach that in place. Oh, awesome, Debbie. 25 years and have been using Stampin' Up! Product for 15. Well, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The best thing about Stampin' Up! Products, I think, is our color coordination. That's what I absolutely love, and I hope that's what you guys love too. It's just wonderful being able to just make a card and know that all of your inks, papers, embellishments just all coordinate nicely. They're all yeah. You don't have to go hunting and pecking through everything to figure it out. You just know that it's made to coordinate together and definitely makes it a lot easier. Okay, so this panel here was 2¼ by 4. I'm going to move on along to this next one, which again, basic white cardstock 2¼ by 4 with a 1/2 inch by 2¼ inch piece. So let's go ahead and attach this down. So I am excited for some warmer weather. For my birthday a couple weeks ago, my husband had bought me a paddleboard, which I am very excited to use. However, that means getting a bathing suit on, which is really fun. Not really. And but I can't wait to get out on it and get a little bit of sunshine and see how I master that. Do you guys have a paddleboard, or have you done much of that? I'm really not the most coordinated, and I really am not. I don't know. I will have a excuse me, either a life jacket on or a life jacket handy, because I am not the best swimmer. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. I'm glad that you like them. Oh, Deb, yeah, coordination and quality. I forgot the quality. Hello, that is definitely, yeah, just amazing products. 1993 also. Yep, Mama, we stamped at the same time. And you guys, you know what? I have to tell you. So the first Stampin' Up! Party I went to was one of my dear friends that I had known since kindergarten. And gosh, she passed when I was pregnant with my son, Maddie. So she passed in 1996. And yeah, so anyhow, she had invited us to a Stampin' Up! Class, and I went and had a wonderful time, and I ordered one thing because I, hadn't stamped much, and I'm just like, okay, I ordered this liquid applique, which those of you that have been around, it's the puff paint stuff, and I ordered an adorable bunny stamp. Didn't order a stamp pad, didn't order anything. So of course, yeah, I was that person that wasn't sure what to do. So yeah, now I like to make sure that people do have what they need to create their products, because I was that person. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take our little belly band. Again, we're going to do like we did on the first card. I'm just going to start about like so and flip it around, and of course line it up so that it has a nice crisp edge. And with this one, it's going to be a little bit thicker, so you want to make sure that you don't get it too darn tight, or it's not going to flow freely off the card. Let's see. Oops, and we're going to be, yeah, we'll be good. All right, so again, I'm going to give this one just a smidge of a haircut. All right, and then let's go ahead and make sure that we're lined up straight. And you know what? I got to take off this band part. This side needs a nice crisp edge. It looks a little wonky. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead then and add our adhesive. Let's bring in our liquid glue. Lorraine, I need to come visit you again. That was just the most beautiful driving to where you live. I know I didn't get to see you, but just seeing your town where you live and the nurseries when we went there for our field trip, and it was just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous with all the water and the snow melts. I mean, there was just, yeah, water everywhere and the reflections. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we have it that far. Then what we're going to do is we are again, once again, going to use our same ribbon. So let's go ahead and wrap this around. So what is your favorite stamp set? What is your like go-to stamp set that you guys love? That you love, that you create with often, that will never leave your Stampin' Up! Stash? Glendra, 17 years and 16 years with Stampin' Up! Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Sorry, I got to be finicky. And oops, and I'm totally off camera. Sorry, guys. Not that you need to watch me tie a bow. All right. Bringing in my ribbon scissors to give it a nice haircut. All right. And then again, what are we going to bring in? We are going to bring in our baker's twine. So let's go ahead and add just a little bit of this. All right. All right, oopsies. Got a little crazy there. Okay, let's bring in our glue dots, which are right here. By My Side is one of your favorites. Oh yeah, that is adorable. The little googly-eyed kids. Or yeah, kids, and it has a doggy. That one's adorable. Adorable. And if you guys are on here, I'm doing a share your creation. And next Wednesday, I'll be giving away, sending out a card of happy mail to somebody. So if you wanted to share your creations on my Stampin' Up page, I created a special link for that. So feel free to check that out. Okay, so then what? Oops, I'm frozen. Hopefully I'll unfreeze, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I went ahead and did is I cut out these two frames here from the Sentimental Park. And what's wonderful about these is they nest inside of each other. So guys, this is actually my first time inking up this set. I've had it and I've not given it any love. So it's, yeah. So, and it just tucks right underneath. So that's a lot of fun. So then what we're going to do is we are just going to attach this down with dimensionals. And it's nice. I was a little crooked here, but thankfully my little focal point here is going to cover that up. All right, so then let's go ahead and just attach that, center that the best that we can. Oh goodness, and then you know what I forgot to do? Hello, good thing it comes out, is I forgot to stamp my sentiment. So we are going to use the Dear Friend sentiment. Sorry that I'm off camera here for you. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our little foam mat and our Dear Friend image. And we're going to just stamp that in Bubble Bath again. So we just have that. Super sweet. I just love the font on that one. It is just so delicate and just, yeah, just so cheery. Alrighty, so then we're going to just tuck this back in, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of, whoops, that's a little wonky here, guys. All right, so we're just going to tuck that in, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of cutting. So I'm going to bring in these dies here, and let's just bring in a few of the flowers. So I'm going to bring in these detailed pieces here, which are our larger flowers. So I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to do a few of those ones. Okay, so bear with me for just one moment. I'm going to bring in my little cutting platform here. So with our Stampin' Up! Die cut machine, what you're going to want to do is you're going to use platform number 1, and then you're going to use platform number 2, and then you're going to put a cutting plate, which is number 3. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place our paper down, and then the dies face down. Oh, I hear you, Debbie. The masculine cards are definitely, yeah, harder to make, and Gone Fishing is amazing. That is hands down amazing. I love that one. I have all of the hunting and fishing, the masculine ones over the years, and I will never get rid of those ones. They are just wonderful. All righty. And I'm looking at this, and you're going to want a second plate number 3. My plate number 3 the other day is in the garbage. I busted it. It had gotten so much use that it finally said it had had enough, and I heard a big old crack, and so it was time to get rid of that one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and run this to my machine. Bear with me for just a second. And you run these through here. And for those of you, I think all of you on there have a cutting machine. There's a couple, I think, that are watching that have not gotten into Stampin', but if you wanted to get a die cutting machine, now is a perfect time to sign up and to be able to get the Big Shot machine. Or not the Big Shot, ooh, shame on me. The die cutting Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So it's $125 for the big one. And it's definitely worth it to get the big one because you can do so much with it. All right, let's go ahead and take off all of our little bits here. I'm going to tuck these back on here. I'm not going to just set them down because if they get lost, I would be very sad. All right, so we'll tuck those away. All right, let's tuck these back on here, and then let's find my take your pick tool because these guys like to stick. So let's put these on our little pad because we're going to do some embellishing again. And we're just going to add a few different sizes of our basic rhinestones. Oops. Those suckers are on there good. Alrighty. So then let's go ahead and bring in our rhinestones. And with that, let's see, I'm going to use the big one on one side. I'll use that one. And I'm going to use these two little ones. So actually these itty bitties I'm really not going to use. So I'm just going to tuck those aside. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in some of our embellishments. We're going to just, like I said, use the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And let's use our gummy side. So I'm going to take a large one here for this larger flower and a medium size for that one. And then for our smaller flowers here, I'm going to add just the smallest rhinestone. All right, and then again, I'm going to go ahead and take the back side of my Take Your Pick tool and smash it down good to get the rhinestone to stick well and to create some dimension in my flowers. All right, you'd love to come visit. Oh my gosh, yeah, love it. I will definitely come visit you, and then I would love to have you come over here and visit with me. And especially when my new studio is done, you'll have to come check out the progress. We're getting there. We're getting there little by little. Our trusses are due to arrive, I think, this week. So we're getting there. It will be wonderful. Such a blessing to have a place to have people gather. I can have 12 stampers at one time here at my house or in my studio. And yeah, it's going to be such a blessing. That's the whole point of having this house here and the property and just being able to share it with others. So I just cannot wait. Cannot wait for that day. All right, so then I went ahead and applied these ones here with dimensionals. I'm going to apply the little ones here with glue dots, just so again it has some different heights and textures here. And then what we're going to do, whoops, this little bugger is going to stuck on here. Sorry guys, it's flying. All right, so we're going to do one more flower, and then what we're going to do is we are going to add some leaves from the park. What is this punch called, guys? This one here, if you know the name of it. Park, not Park Place. Park Bundle? Park Punch. Park Builder, that's what it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are actually going to stamp a couple of leaves. Punch a couple of leaves. So there's one, and this is garden green paper. All right, and then what I went ahead and did is I took, again, this is like a multi-purpose tool. I took the back side of my my little tip here that covers the little gummy side, and I'm just rolling it around on my project here. It's just kind of breaking down the paper a little, and it's causing it to curl up, which is going to add some dimension to our card. So then let's go ahead and take our glue dots, bring these guys back in. Let's see, I'm just going to tuck one right like so. And then, oh, I'm glad that you like this fold, Debbie, or Deb. It's so much fun. It's, yeah. And actually, this would be fun too. I think I'm going to try one with the Gone Fishing. So if I do, I'll make sure to share it. All right, then we're going to tuck a couple more. Whoops. And actually, oh, I'm good at pulling things apart. All right, and let's find one more space for our last leaf here. All right, so then that is our final product. I just love this card. I hope that you guys love this, and I hope that you will make some and share some with your creations with me when you do. So let me go ahead excuse me, and clear all this, bring in all the projects. And then I also want to share with you the projects that you can get if you place an order today or at any point using my special host code. But today, if you place an order of $75 or more, you will definitely get these cards. All right, 10-second tidy here. Oh my goodness, I am a hot mess. All righty, so let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Everything out of the view here. All righty. So there we go. All right, so let's bring in the cards that we did. So the first card that we did was this Just For You. Again, it was just the simple Hello, Lorraine. Just a simple fun fold card. So it has a belly band, and then you open it up and have a spot to write your card. So that was project number 1. Project number 2, oops, goodness gracious, we're stuck here. Whoops, got to do some surgery on my bow. 1 second here, because I have to have it looking pretty for everybody to see this, the last grouping here. All right, so we have that. And then the second project that we created was this little birthday box using a 6x12 piece of designer series paper. So that was the second. And then our third one here was this fun fold card that has a belly band as well, that when you open it up, you have a couple of spaces to write your little sentiments. But just super quick, not super quick, super easy. It just is a little bit of scoring and cutting, but really it's not that hard to do. All right, then let me bring in a couple other cards to show you. I have a couple other projects that I've made using this designer series paper. Waterfront is my go-to. Oh, I love that one too. That one will never leave. All of those type stamps, Nancy, will never leave my collection. Love the box. Thank you. Super easy to do. All right, so we have those 3. And so if you place an order with me for $75 or more, this will be one of the cards that you'll get. I'm going to take this out of the way. So this will be one of the cards that you'll receive. You will receive one of these as well. It will not be this design, but it will be another design. And then here is another card that I have designed that I was waiting to do a class for, but I've already prepped. I have 16 of them prepped and ready to go. So it's another fun fold card. And it's really hard to tell. If you look at the inside here, I've used the stencils to create a little bit of a background, but this one here features, excuse me, goodness, I'm getting froggy, the Wanted to Say standalone dies, as well as the paper florists. So these are, oh my gosh, definitely my go-to and my favorite. But again, this is another designer series paper that is part of the Delightfully Eclectic, which is the one that this is featured from. I do have one more card. Let's see. Let me show you. Actually, I have a few more cards to share with you. So here's another one. This was a swap card that I had made, just a simple card, but it features that same ribbon, guys. You need it. And this designer series paper, which is from Delightfully Eclectic. Here is a couple more cards that were just quick and easy doing this same design. This is the black and white gingham, and this is one designer series paper, and this was the back side of it. And again, I just embellished it, with the baker's twine and the gingham ribbon. This one here is the daisies, which features the petal pink and crushed curry. And I went ahead and brought in the in color jute twine and the other ribbon that I said I absolutely love, which it's on my desk here somewhere. Oh, goodness, here. The ribbon duo combo. So it's just the petal pink, which has just a little bit of texture to it. So it's a lot of fun. So, all right. So those are the cards. I hope that you enjoy the projects. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I am excited to share again with you next Wednesday. And like I said, I have 3 projects to share with you that feature the Little Dreamers. However, they're fun fold cards, so you can do them for anything. And one of them is just so stinking cute. I just got baby on the brain with my second grand that's going to be here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, and I forgot, I have got to announce my my winners from last week. So Karen Brown and Maria Lupo Gerzenik. So if you can please, you are the winners from last week. Your names were drawn. So when you give me some love, when you like my post, you comment, I go ahead and put you on a wheel and spin that wheel and choose a couple winners. So yeah, thank you guys so much for following me. Be sure to, if you haven't subscribed, you'll be able to find this over on YouTube as well. Oops, sorry, somebody's here. You'll be able to find it on YouTube under live. I got to figure out how to switch it to the videos, but know that I do stream live every Wednesday at 9 a.m. on YouTube and on Facebook. So thank you for joining me. I look forward to stamping with you again next week, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like the products or projects. All right. Thank you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.